Yo, what's up guys? Mike here. I'm here in Tatajuba, Brazil with my bro Janek and I. We have both been riding the XR and the GTS for a while.
So people ask us all the time, which kite is the best for them? So in today's video, we are going to compare Core's two best big air kites to see which one suits you better for your riding needs.
What's best for you? You can buy both the XR and the GTS at bigairkite.com. You'll find the link down below.
We've ridden the GTS as well as the XR for the past 2 years. But last year we completely switched to the XR. But depending on your riding needs, you might find that the GTS is a better kite for you. So let's get technical. So right now we are going to compare these kites for kite loops, Wakestyle, big air, and old school.
But first, let's look at the shapes of these kites. The XR6 is a delta shaped kite, while the GTS is an open C or bridled C shape. The XR is flatter than the GTS, which is more C shaped. Almost all of the brands have a delta and an open C in their range, so you can apply this knowledge to other brands too. It's not just Core kites. However, we would be lying if we didn't say that the XR is superior to any other delta kite we've ever tried, which is why we're seeing so many guys pushing the limits of big air on this particular delta kite. Just have a look at the Woo leaderboard or see the crazy tricks that riders are pulling off on this kite these days.
When comparing kites like the XR to kites like the GTS, it's best to compare the XR in one size down compared to the GTS. So compare the 8XR to 9 GTS or the 9XR to a 10 GTS.
This is due to the manner in which the surface area is distributed in the kites. An 8XR has a similar amount of surface area in the lifting part of the canopy to a 9 GTS. So an 8XR actually has similar power to a 9 GTS. The GTS, however, has more surface area in the wingtips. This makes the kite more stable in the air, but it also makes the kite produce less lift per square meter. So let's start with big air. Based on our personal experience, the XR jumps higher than the GTS. You know when you hit a tennis ball just right on that sweet spot and it goes super far? Well, with the XR, the sweet spot is bigger. It's so much easier to hit the sweet spot and get that yank. It has what we call sheet in and go, which basically means that when you pull the bar in, you get pulled off the water like a fucking rocket.
We can still jump super high on the GTS, but it's not as easy to hit the sweet spot, and even when we do hit it, we don't go as high. I would say 85 or 90% as high. We both have gone pretty mass on the GTS, so it is doable. It's just not as easy.
Due to the flatter wing, you get more air time on the XR. That means you're getting more time in the air to do tricks. Also, when you come down, you glide in and get much softer landings. Sweet, so comparing these kites with kite loops. For the record, when we say kite loop, we're talking about jumping super high and then pulling a kite loop. So Janek, what's the biggest size XR that you've looped?
13.5.
13.5. 13.5?
13.5.
Oh my god. But we've both properly looped the 12 meter XR. So the point is that you can loop any size kite if you're jumping high enough. But we found you need to know what you're doing when you loop the 9 meter XR or 10 meter GTS. If you're learning kite loops, stick to the 8 meter XR or smaller, or the 9 meter GTS or smaller. Have you ever wanted to own a GTS? We've got a few demo GTS 5s for sale in Europe and USA. And if you aren't happy with the condition when it arrives, you can return the kite and Big Air Kite will pay for the shipping. You need to have a great takeoff and great kite control to get the bigger kites to catch you. If you make a mistake, it's more likely the kite won't catch you and you will die.
So the GTS loops nicer. It also loops faster. So you can loop the GTS lower and know that it will catch you. So the GTS drives through the loop thanks to the wingtips.
So the GTS catches you faster after a kite loop, but the XR catches you more like a parachute. You can come in softer and glide better with the XR. Wakestyle, everybody's favorite discipline.
That handle pass. So Wakestyle is definitely not our favorite specialty and it's not our choice. But if you like Wakestyle, definitely do not buy the XR. Get the GTS because the XR does not slack for those handle passes.
Yeah, the XR is just like, it's shit for Wakestyle, let's be honest. So when you unhook with the XR, it pulls like a fucking train. It's also not stable because it doesn't have wingtips, so the kite will just start flying towards the water. However, the GTS is great for Wakestyle. Old school. Wow, chicka, wow, wow. Oh, oh. So Janek and I both love doing old school. He's the master of doing like barefoot skis and rotations and hundreds of board offs. It's just like, it's insane. But all of that is made possible on the XR because it's got a flat wing and it just glides like an airplane. Honestly, the GTS is pretty shit for Wakestyle just because the wing is like more C-shaped and it doesn't glide well. So if old school is a priority for you, then just don't get the GTS. Just the general feeling about the kites.
So when you're riding the GTS, it has a more direct steering and it just feels nicer on the bar. Compared to the XR, XR is more slow, kind of like a train, and it's just harder to control it.
So guys, if you're a beginner kiter, you should definitely be going the XR or Delta route, because XRs are just going to give you that power and hang time that's going to allow you to do your first beginner jumps and rotations with ease and have really nice soft landings. But if you're a more experienced rider and you're looking to get into like really technical loops or wake style, that's when you want to consider a more advanced kite like the GTS.
So guys, we just gave you a lot of information and we wanted to sum it up for you. If you're a beginner rider, get the XR. If you want to do old school, get the XR. If you want to do wake style, get the GTS. And if you want to do big and high jumps, get the XR.
If you want to do big kite loops with a really nice feeling loop, or you want to put the kite low, then you should get the GTS. Okay, so Janek, what's your favorite kite?
Definitely an 8-meter XR. Well, the 8-meter XR is very different from the 9-meter XR. It's technically only 1 meter, but the 8-meter XR jumps so much higher, you can loop it so much lower, and it's so much faster. It's always gonna catch you, and it's just the perfect size kite.
It is amazing. It's like, it's my favorite kite for sure. Also my favorite.
The best.
Guys, rider of the episode goes to my friend Gil. He's been progressing like crazy since the end of the Cape Town season, and it's so sick to see him doing boogie loop late front rolls, contra loop board off, and a whole bunch of other tricks. Gil, you win the just fucking send it tile, my bro, because you have been just fucking sending it. Yo.
So guys, if you still have any questions, be sure to comment and we will for sure respond to you guys about anything.
Any questions at all. You can even ask how many women Janek's had sex with.
And I'm still probably gonna answer.
So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to Janek's channel. He's going to be putting out loads of YouTube videos, cool how-tos, and the man shreds. It's just unbelievable. You got to watch him kite. And also, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. You'll find the link to Janek's channel below, and also you'll find the subscribe button down over here. Hit it, go subscribe. Muchos besos. We love you guys. I'm like